Oh hey, look at that, it's Star Wars Day.
It's May the 4th.
Guess I gotta do my part and talk about something Star Wars related, but I don't really see any reasons to talk about the main films, cause that's boring. Let's talk about something more exciting, like, I don't know. Oh no. Yeah, this is a real movie that exists, and it's called Zoo Wars, and I've watched it. Twice. This is obviously one of those stupid movies I did for deals that I talked about in my Space Chimps video. And Zoo Wars is an interesting movie to say the least, because if you just look at this poster, you can already tell that the movie won't be very good, but within the first 5 seconds of the actual movie, there is a giant red flag that tells you that this movie will be unfathomably awful. Yep, that's the red flag. Let's talk about WoW Now Entertainment. No! The worst animation studio in existence. If you couldn't tell by all the times I've dissed this studio, I don't like WoW Now at all. They are the epitome of lazy filmmaking, and that's not even an exaggeration. You'll see just how lazy WoW Now can be later in this review, but to sum it up, these films were literally generated by computers and they didn't have any effort put into them at all. Everything about these quote-unquote movies are aiming for lower than the lowest common denominator. I mean, you can argue Vanguard movies can be enjoyed by 5-year-olds, but it's been scientifically proven that WoW Now movies are not capable of being enjoyed by anyone, and at best they can be like moderately tolerated by infants. So as you'd expect from a studio who puts no effort into their movies whatsoever, they decide to rip off a bunch of other stuff. And of course, being one of the most popular franchises ever, Star Wars was on WoW Now's target list, and in 2018 we got the cinematic classic Zoo Wars. Oh, by the way, I'm not joking when I say cinematic. This movie was actually released in theaters. Granted, it wasn't a very wide release, but still, any WoW Now movie being released in any more than 0 theaters is a crime. And also, apparently $8.9 thousand worth of idiots were willing to pay to see this movie. I don't know why. Also, fun fact, did you know Zoo Wars has a higher domestic box office than the last 3 Pixar movies combined? Hahaha. Well, considering this is the only WoW Now movie to be released in theaters, maybe they put their best foot forward with this one. But probably not. Anyways, let us finally torture ourselves and dive into Zoo Wars. But of course, since this is a Star Wars ripoff, we open with the title crawl. But I think WoW Now realized the infants watching their movies can't read, so they put in a narrator who reads the title crawl in this very weird voice.
The power of the soft. The power of the soft. The power of the soft. Soft, soft, soft. Soft, 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 soft. Soft.
Anyway, so we learned that in this universe, I mean in this zoo-verse, there's a war between the nice side and the mice side. No, I did not make that up. But oh no, the nice side is losing the war, so they have to find the legendary Chosen One. And I'm actually being serious when I say this, but you're never gonna believe who the Chosen One actually is when we get to that point. Next, we meet the leader of the mice side in this movie's version of Darth Vader, who has the least intimidating name and design ever.
Boo Boo Squeal.
Yeah, something you might notice about the mice side, who are supposed to be the villains of this movie, is that they aren't threatening at all. I mean, listen to their introduction lines.
Boo Boo, we searched this entire galaxy for the Chosen One. We found nothing.
Feta! I can already feel the Chosen One within my grasp.
Who approved of these voices? Then the movie, I kid you not, glitches, and we get this really awkward camera cut.
Yes, we must continue.
Well, I'm glad to know I'm not the worst editor on this planet. So Boo Boo Squeal and his henchmen are talking, and they go on a giant exposition dump, even though the opening title crawl gave us all the exposition we needed. How dumb does WoW Now think its audience is? Then we get a super long opening credit sequence, which I'm pretty sure they made with openingcreditsequence.com in like 5 minutes. What's weird about this credit sequence is that it goes on for like 3 minutes, but they didn't even put the title of the movie. They genuinely forgot. Does anyone working on this movie care? I mean, I wouldn't. Then at long last, we meet the main character of the movie, an elephant who does not blink at all, and it's very creepy. So the elephant has this job where he just types all day, and then he and this slug guy start complaining about it because they don't like typing. Oh yeah, but do you want to know the main character's name? It's Nuke. Do you get it? Because it Nuke. It rhymes with Luke, like Luke Skywalker. You know, Star Wars, like Zoo Wars, Star Wars. But the kicker about this pun is that the writers went out of their way to name the main character something as stupid as Nuke, but they didn't bother doing anything with a Skywalker last name.
And downright unbearable. I'm Nuke Tiptoes.
Tiptoes. Are you serious? Is that the last name you went with? That last I checked, Tiptoes doesn't rhyme with Skywalker. Do elephants even have toes? I don't know.
Hi, my name is
Nuke Tiptoes.
Then Mr. Tiptoes the elephant goes on and on about how he's a Disney princess and how he wants adventure somewhere. And apparently the entire universe must have heard him because this mysterious voice starts talking to him.
Hello, Nuke!
The voice tells Nuke that he must use the Force. I mean, Nuke must hit the Enter key if he wants a life of adventure. But even though 1 minute ago Nuke said he wanted a life of adventure, he still hesitates to hit the Enter key. I'm assuming it's because he can't find it, considering all the keys on this keyboard look the same. But then after an hour-long scene, Nuke finally hits the Enter button and he's teleported onto a ship where he meets a robot named B-52. The writers are totally not making this up as they go along, I swear. Anyway, so B-52 is on a mission to save Princess Sparklefeathers from Boo Boo Squeal, and he needs Nuke's help to find Squeezy... these names are so stupid. Anyway, so Robot Guy is on a mission to save Elephant Girl from Mouse Guy, and he needs Elephant Guy's help to find Squirrel Guy. The movie never explains why Nuke is needed on this mission, so I guess we'll never know. Then we cut back to Boo Boo Squeal, who is talking to somebody. Then the scene ends. Yay! Then we cut back to Nuke and Roboban, and we learn about the power of the sauce, which is something that can be good, but it can also be used for evil. Yeah, the movie doesn't really explain this well, and I don't know why they called it the sauce, because we had never actually see any sauce in the movie. Then, I kid you not, they mentioned Twitter and Snapchat, and I don't even care anymore. This movie sucks. Then Nuke and Roboman enter the sauce dimension and they meet Squeezy Whistle. Woo! So Squeezy Whistle is like the squirrel who is this movie's version of Han Solo, and he used to date the princess, so they need his help to save the princess. And also he has the most annoying voice in existence.
Princess Sparklefeather's been kidnapped?
Yes. Will you help?
No.
Also, why does he look like Hammy from Over the Hedge? Also, why is the animation in this movie so bad? Also, why does this movie exist? Also, what is wrong with me? Alright, so I think I finally figured out the structure of how to write a WoW Now movie. First, you take a better, more successful movie, then you take the most basic plot points from it, then you fill in the rest of the runtime with nothing but boring scenes of useless talking. If you follow these 3 basic steps, congratulations, you've made a movie that is somehow eligible for theaters. Yeah, something you might have noticed about Zoo Wars so far is that not much has happened in it. That's because the movie is about 1% substance, 9% end credits, and 90% talking. Whenever a character in this movie starts a conversation, the conversation just goes on and on and on and on. And on top of that, most of these conversations are not plot relevant at all and just revolve around, oh doy, this character is stupid, ah. And when your film is taking forever to accomplish anything, yeah, it kinda gets tiring. You could argue that art house films like I'm Thinking of Ending Things or Before Sunrise are also just a collection of random conversations. But like, in those, the production values are good and the characters are actually compelling. Can you tell me with a straight face that Zoo Wars has good production values? Can you tell me with a straight face that Nuke the Elephant is a compelling protagonist? If you can, please tell me why. I don't know what I'm missing about this epic masterpiece. Anyways, in the next scene, Boo Boo Squeal's hippo henchman accidentally calls Boo Boo cute.
You're so cute when you're evil, Boo Boo.
But then Boo Boo Squeal is like, what did you say? And the hippo's like, oh, you're evil and I'm not cute. And then the scene goes on for 2 minutes. Why? Then we cut to the next scene where the gang of nice siders is getting attacked by a pig. Whoa, guys. Wait, something's actually happening in this movie? Whoa, it's a miracle. We're actually gonna get like a real plot point. It's great.
Who's that?
Oh, that's Coot Carburetor, the bounty hunter.
Why is he after you?
Are you kidding me? They just use this as another flimsy excuse for talking? Oh well, the pig is still gonna attack them, so at least we'll get an epic action scene. Then the action scene ends with them just flying away. What a creative solution. This pig is never brought up or shown in the film again. Why is he on the poster if he's only in the movie for 2 seconds? My best guess is they didn't know how to make a poster, so they just put random character models on it. Next, we meet Princess Leia, I mean Princess Sparklefeather, who has been captured by Boo Boo Squeal. Oh no! Then Princess Sparklefeather asks this question out of nowhere.
Why do you hate the nice side so much?
And that question acts as a perfect leeway for even more exposition, my favorite. Okay, so Boo Boo Squeal goes on for like an hour about how he wanted to become a nice side warrior, but they wouldn't let him, so he formed the mice side. Why was there a nice side before the mice side existed? It's not really the nice side if there are no other sides. Or maybe there was another side and Boo Boo Squeal just went to it and renamed it the mice side, I guess, because funny. Then he threatens Princess Sparklefeather in the least threatening way possible. He literally just names sauces and she's scared for some reason.
Hoisin sauce!
No, not poison!
This movie is... Hey, if you want this power of the sauce thing to be so epic and scary, why don't you actually show it instead of just talking about it nonstop? Then we cut back to the nice side gang. Oh yeah. We learn that Princess Sparklefeather has recorded a message with important information, yet the scene still continues on for 10 more minutes before we hear the message. You see, the AI that was writing the script was really glitching at this point, and it couldn't go forward with the plot. So instead, we get a scene where Squeezy Whistle is like, read me the message, and B-52's like, not until you say sorry, and then Squeezy Whistle is like, I'm not saying sorry, and then Nuke is like, say sorry, and then Squeezy Whistle's like, no, and I'm like, why is this, why? But then, finally, after 10 minutes of anticipation, we finally get to see the message. We learn that the Nice Side gang must find the leader of the Nice Side Warriors, Bongo Bananas. If this movie has one more stupid name, I'm going to scream.
Bongo Bananas.
Then we get a bunch of talking, blah 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 blah, who cares. Then Squeezy Whistle and the Nice Side gang are confronted by a moose who is out to destroy their ship. At this point, I was getting really hyped because I thought we were going to have another action scene, but no, it just resolves with Squeezy Whistle shooting him with the laser. I'm starting to notice a pattern with this movie. Oh well, at least we get this amazing voice acting.
Oh, that's gonna
To be honest, I think this is unironically better than Pauly Shore's Pinocchio. Next, Squeezy Whistle and Nuke travel to this planet in order to find this movie's version of Jabba the Hutt. And the scene where they arrive on the planet is weird. I'm assuming they must be really proud of this walk cycle they put on the characters because the scene goes on for like a minute. Hey, wow now, buddy, don't mean to be rude here, but I don't think you should be bragging about your walk cycles when you're behind literally everyone else in the animation industry. But our two characters finally meet this movie's Jabba the Hutt ripoff, and he's a character that just baffles me. His name is Jabba the Jaw. Like that's not even a pun. You didn't even try. You just took the name and replaced Hutt with Jaw. I don't get this movie. Anyways, Squeezy Whistle and Nuke find out they need to say the name of the sacred sauce in order to find Bongo Bananas. But oh no, Nuke forgot the name of the sacred sauce. Whoopsie. And then we got a 10-minute scene where he tries to remember it. Yay! Anyways, in the middle of the scene, we cut back to Boo Boo Squeal, and he's talking to the moose, who somehow didn't die during this part. But Boo Boo Squeal is furious that the moose did not succeed with his mission, so furious in fact that he uses the sauce to annihilate him.
Marinara!
Oh, I guess that's how the power of the sauce works. You just say the name of a sauce and you're able to blow stuff up. Okay, I guess I'll try it out. Marinara. Then we cut back to Squeezy Whistle and Nuke, who have finally remembered the name of the sauce, and they are magically teleported right to Bongo Bananas. I guess I should be happy that that 10-minute scene of them just naming sauces is over, but I'm not happy because they followed that up with a 10-minute scene of Bongo Bananas just dumping exposition. Although through this exposition dump, we get the weirdest plot twist in film history. So like at the beginning of the film, we learn that there is a chosen one who is destined to defeat the mice side. And given that Nuke is the protagonist of the movie, you'd expect him to be the chosen one. We are watching a generic animated baby movie, and that's the route these stories stories usually kind of go in. But then, at the end of the movie, Bongo Bananas explains that Nuke isn't the Chosen One, and the Chosen One is a flea. Just a random flea. And get this, this whole time during the entire movie, the flea was just stuck in Nuke's earwax, and he couldn't get out. That's why the Chosen One was missing. He was stuck in this elephant's earwax. What?
This is the worst truth I've ever heard!
If this flea is the Chosen One, and he's been stuck here this whole time, why hasn't he spoken till now?
What? Where?
Here I am!
Ew!
You're probably wondering why I'm not showing footage of this flea in the movie, and that's because there is no footage. I'm not joking, they didn't even animate the flea. He's just so small that he's invisible, I guess. Cool. Do you see what I mean when I say that Wow Now movies are the laziest things ever? Then, finally, we get a climax where the Chosen One flea just scratches Boo Boo Squeal for 7 straight minutes until he surrenders. Yay! Then the squirrel and Princess Sparklefeather get married with a bunch of chickens in the audience. I'm not sure how a marriage between a squirrel and an elephant would work, but okay. And this movie's laziness continues into the end credits, where we get the exact same title sequence from the opening of the movie. And the final cherry on top is these super slow moving credits. I wouldn't be proud of myself if I worked on Zoo Wars, so I'm not sure why these people decide to boast and move the credits along so slowly. But at least this stupid movie is finally... Oh, wait, no. Yeah, there's this epilogue scene where Boo Boo Squeal is like, oh, I'm gonna get my revenge, and I guess that's sequel bait, but this movie doesn't have a sequel, so I don't know why they... Are you kidding? Yeah, Zoo Wars 2 Into the Zooverse is a thing that exists, and I watched it. Please don't ask why. Don't worry, I'm not going to waste much time on it because my brain is already fried out from talking about the first Zoo Wars. To sum it up, this is basically just the same movie as the first, just a bunch of talking scenes where nothing happens. Boo Boo Squeal is back and he tries to form this evil army, but the thing is he spends the entire movie forming the evil army, and the evil army doesn't actually do anything, so that's cool. Nuke returns back to his office job for like 5 minutes before going, aw, screw this. Then he goes back to fight because reasons. Then Nuke and this slug guy sing this song they learned when they were in the circus together, so I guess that's character development.
Let's take a ride.
Through thick and thin, I'll be with you. No matter what.
Yay. Honestly, there's just nothing to talk about with this movie. It's just really bad. But I guess if I'm being nice, I'd say this is a little bit better than the first one. And when I say a little bit, I mean a tiny bit, considering these are just the same movie. But this one has longer action scenes, and they're kind of ironically funny, and I guess it tried to give character development to its characters, so nice job. And yeah, I don't really have much else to say. The Zoo Wars duology sucks. Both of these get 1 out of 10s, and that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed, comment down below, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time.
I'm solo, I'm Han Solo, I'm Han Solo, I'm Han Solo.